we give you a drink which is good for the humankind, and of the meat you can eat. So when Almighty God gives you permission to eat the meat of the lawful animals, then why should we not have? Now coming to the logical reason why Islam permits you to have non-veg food. If we analyze non-veg food, it's rich in protein. The human body, it requires 23 amino acids, out of which 8 are not made in the human body. It should be given by external diet, which are known as essential amino acids. Now these all 8 essential amino acids are present in no kind of vegetable food together. It's only present in flesh food. So the non-veg flesh food is more nutritious as compared to vegetables. Furthermore, if you analyze, if you see the set of teeth of the herbivorous animals, the cow, the goat, the sheep, they have got flat set of teeth. They only have vegetables, they don't have flesh food. If we analyze the set of teeth of the carnivorous animals, the tiger, the leopard, the lion, they have got pointed set of teeth. They have canine set of teeth. They only have flesh, they don't touch vegetables. If you analyze the set of teeth of the human beings, if you go in the mirror and see, we human beings, we have got flat teeth as well as pointed teeth. If Almighty God wanted us to have only vegetables, why did He give us this canine teeth? Why did He give us this pointed teeth? For what? But naturally to have non-veg food, to have the flesh food. Furthermore, if we analyze the digestive system of the human being, if you compare it to the herbivorous animals, cow, goat, sheep, they can only digest vegetables. The digestive system of the carnivorous animals, tiger, leopard, lion, they can only digest flesh food, they cannot digest vegetables. The digestive system of the human beings can digest both. It has small intestine, big intestine. It can digest vegetables as well as flesh food. It can digest both. So if Almighty God wanted us to have only vegetables, why did He give us the digestive system which can digest both? As far as you analyze, many of the Hindus think that Hinduism prohibits the eating of flesh food. In fact, if you read, it's mentioned in Manu Smriti, chapter number 5, verse number 30. Almighty God has created some animals to eat and some to be eaten. If you eat the animals that have been created to be eaten, then it's not a sin. Manu Smriti, chapter number 5, verse number 31 says that Almighty God created some animals for sacrifice. Killing them is not a sin. Manu Smriti, chapter 5, verse number 40 says that killing sacrificial animals for sacrifice is permitted. It is the law of the God. So in Hindu scriptures, it's permitted to have non-veg food. If you read the Vedas and the other scriptures, sages and sons, they ate non-veg food, they even ate beef. If you read Mahabharata, Anushasan Parv, chapter number 88, when the Pandavas, they gather, Yudhishthir, who is the eldest brother of the Pandavas, he asks Bhishma that what food should we give in yagna, in puja, in sacrifice, so that our ancestors will be satisfied. So Bhishma replies that if you give herbs and shrubs and vegetables, our ancestors will be satisfied for 1 month. If you give them fish, for 2 months. If you give them meat, for 3 months. If you give them hair, for 4 months. If you give them goat, for 5 months. If you give them bacon, for 6 months. If you give them birds, for 7 months. If you give them deer, for 8 months. And the menu continues, big menus there. It says if you give buffalo, for 11 months. If you give the flesh of cow, our ancestors will be satisfied for 1 full year. And if you give red meat of goat or meat of rhinoceros, they'll be satisfied inexhaustibly. So according to Hindu scriptures, eating non-veg is not a sin. It is because many of the Hindus were being influenced by the Ahimsa philosophy of not killing any living creatures. They started accepting it. But even this philosophy of Ahimsa,